dyslexia.
That is how I dispose of insignificant bugs, said the spider to the fly. How do you wish to die?
The giant Black Widow is one of the more threatening enemies that Chris Redfield will encounter during the events of the game Resident Evil Code Veronica X. Born from experiments with Black Widow spiders and the T-virus, this behemoth would be an abnormality that followed in the footsteps of previous Umbrella spider aberrations, growing much larger than its peers, with venom potent enough to kill a full-grown adult. The story of the giant Black Widow as we know it begins with bioweapons research being conducted at Umbrella's Antarctic facility. Given reports of battle data from previous spider encounters, the researchers would decide to test with a Black Widow base as to try and enhance its poisonous capabilities. These studies resulting in an enlarged version of the specimens that they would decide would be perfect to train their Umbrella paramilitary forces. With this goal in mind, they would begin prepping these creatures to be shipped all around the world to various training bases, including Rockford Island, to form an example of what potential BOW encounters could look like. Unfortunately, before they could expand this program to further branches, one of the specimens would escape their confinement, and due to the harsh conditions of the environment, would begin to drastically change. While the specific details of when, where, and how exactly this Black Widow managed to evade its captors remains unknown, what is known is that in the freezing conditions of the base, it would thrive. Not only would this particular Black Widow grow to an incredible size, but it would also gain strength far beyond what any of the other subjects had demonstrated before. A strength which would soon be pitted against one of the most prolific BOW combatants the world has ever known. The giant Black Widow is one of the most fear-inducing beasts that Chris will have to deal with during his time in the Antarctic. A monstrous abomination that was bred for the sole mission of challenging the most elite of Umbrella's soldiers, this behemoth would push beyond even the limits of its developed peers. A devastatingly effective killing machine, this is one monster whose web you certainly don't want to find yourself in.